I'll tell you how it came about. About 5 years ago exactly this year now, John Welch contacted me and Patch Crossing and Ann O'Kane and Billy Banda.
Mango.
And he asked us, we were talking about it was just after the recession, and he was talking about a soup kitchen, and we had a meeting, and talking amongst ourselves, the soup kitchen just wasn't viable, So we started to think about a food bank, but none of us had a clue about a food bank or anything to do with a food bank, or even how to, organise a food bank. But and we had no funds, so we collected a few pounds between ourselves, and that first Christmas we gave out seven parcels to 7 families, and it kind of it swelled from there. That first Christmas, I say, we gave out 7 parcels. Last Christmas, I think we gave out over 300. Unfortunately, the food bank's a success story. Statistics will tell you that there's 19,000 people in Donegal that's in food poverty. Now, obviously, we don't get 19,000 people coming in here, but we get about 40 to 50, maybe more a week coming in. We open 2 days for 2 hours a day, and there's 40 to 50 families coming in that door. And it's not the families that we get that we worry about, it's the families that we don't know about or we can't reach. There's a lot of people that helps us. The general public are more than good, extremely good to keep. There's certain people in this town that comes down with messages every week, they leave in 2 bags of messages. There's certain people come down and leave in 2 bags of messages every week. Unknown people that doesn't want to be known, there's some very good people, and our collection points are always been full up. Marks and Spencer's has been very good to us. In fact, Tesco was very good to us, but the amount of food that they were giving us, we just couldn't take, because we were spending more on getting rid of the out-of-date stuff than it was actually benefiting us. So it was costing us money. But Marks and Spencer's we collect 7 nights a week from Marks and Spencer's through a food cloud. It's called Food Cloud, and we deliver that to people around the town, so that we're trying in our small way, as well as having the food bank, is to eliminate food waste, because all this was going to the dump before we were taking it. And they do help a lot, especially in the 2 days that we give out the food from the food bank, because we can take it from the night before and it's not out of date yet and give it out that day, but I mean, as far as the food bank's concerned, we're going from strength to strength. But as you can see around here, I mean, it's the people that's working for us, not me. I mean, I'm just one of them, but we have a great committee at the minute. We have excellent people on board, and I think any organisation needs to be, needs these people on board. Plus the fact that everything that we do is, we're not looking for thanks or anything, but there's nobody gets payment out of this. Everything's we do it of our own bag. In fact, we have a van on the road now that we got a couple of years ago, but before that we used our own car to deliver food. None of us saints, we all like a good joke and a crack and everything, but at the same time we know how people have been affected, and if you can do a little, if everybody does a little, then everybody's helped, and that's our motto. We have the motto on our cards that we give out here, people helping people, and we were the first to come up with that motto. I know there's a few who use it now, but check that. And as I say, the unfortunate thing about our food bank is that it's growing from strength to strength. every week there seems to be different people coming. People that ask for food in a food bank, I mean, usually need food. Nobody goes to a food bank really unless they need food. You know, that's why we have it in a discreet place that we have it in, behind Alfie Greens. And Alfie's been very, very good to us. Alfie lets us use his premises for nothing. He provides light and electricity for us. Wouldn't take a penny. Every organisation, it's the people that you have working with you is the backbone of an organisation, and we are extremely lucky because the people we have on board at the minute are, without a doubt, every one of them, the salt of the earth people. You know.
You spoke earlier on about people, the public coming in with shopping and helping. If I'm a member of the public and I want to bring groceries in or food in, what's the best items I can bring in to support?
Well, we have a list here, if you can just see it here. I mean, this is the family parcel, you know, and you know, cereals and pastas, sauces, rice, tea, biscuits is optional. That's an extra, and you know, we're firmly believe that people need extras too. Then you need a treat, you know. I mean, we're human beings, you know, and they have children as well as us, and you know, vegetables in tins, beans, tins of fish, potatoes, soup, oil. Dessert again is optional, but I mean, you know, it's nice to give somebody a treat, you know. But anything that'll keep, anything that, you know, that'll last, that you can, you know, because our job is not to make people dependent on a food bank, but it's to help people through the hard times. When we started first, there was people being laid off, left, right and centre, and people with mortgages, people in good jobs were being laid off, and they had nowhere to turn because it was 6 weeks before they got their money from the government or anything, you know. And that's 6 weeks for people, and people out there know what we're talking about. People that's living from week to week on their wages. 6 weeks is a long time when you're not getting anything in, you know, and it can mean the difference of you know, eating and not eating. So that's what we set up at the time. As I say, that was through the recession. The government tells us now that there is no recession, and we believe them because we can see the people coming in here and they all tell us there's no recession when they're asking for food, you know. So I mean, it speaks for itself, you know. I mean, I grew up in Letterkenny. I never ever thought I'd be standing in the food bank in Letterkenny. Maybe we had called for it 40 years ago. The only difference was you never knew that because everybody helped everybody. Nobody starved in because everybody else helped, you know. And that's just what we're doing now. We're trying to put that back into the community, instill that in the community, and trying to help people that are less fortunate than the biggest majority of us, you know. So that's.
I see toiletries mentioned there as well, and I presume hygiene products would be.
Hygiene products are very important, and I mean, although it's not food to keep people alive, you know. I mean, as I say, and we're very, very lucky. I mean, a member of our staff today just brought in bags that she bought herself, Catherine here. You know, I mean, of toiletries and stuff that she bought herself, and she'll put that on to a bag, and that's just one of the members of staff. And as I say, I couldn't say enough about them. But other people recognise the toiletries things too, and we do get it on you know, at different times, and we can give it out. It's not a priority to us because you have to have a cut-off point somewhere. Our job is to give out food to people that need it. But if we get anything, we'll give it out. We get nappies at time, we can give that out. And that's a great saving to people who have very little money.